So we are literally only, literally just a couple of days away now um, from the US election happening. And my word, normally, normally in a US election, you wouldn't be expecting too much crazy stuff to happen. However, not only are you potentially looking at getting a, I think it's a senator who is a massive supporter of QAnon and has a very, very real chance of getting elected in. You also have the possibility that Trump is going to undermine the US elections in a way that we have never seen in the entire history of America. It is going to be absolutely insane. This is why I'm definitely up for seeing if we can do a live stream and watching the news as it comes in, because I think I don't want it to be. Don't understand. I do not want it to be like this. What we're going to go through here. I do not want to be like that at all. I would prefer it just to be very boring and essentially nothing happens. That's how I would prefer it. But we have a guy called Donald Trump in the White House, and he has proven to be anything but ordinary or even follow procedure. So this is definitely something to look out for, indeed, during the elections when they come up. So this is 4 ways Trump could undermine the election result if he loses. So to Trump on November 3rd, Donald Trump must win one of 3 states: Pennsylvania, Michigan, or Wisconsin. And those were vital to his 2016 defeat of Hillary Clinton. He must also overcome Biden's advantage in Florida and North Carolina. He must hold on to Ohio, and even must secure the once reliable Republican state of Georgia. So, if he can't accomplish that, Trump will have to defy the outcome of the vote. And here are 4 ways Trump could undermine the result of the US election, which could only be prevented if it's a decisive victory for Joe Biden. So essentially, unless Joe Biden is the clear winner, these are the shenanigans he could pull. So number 1, hope for voter suppression. The Trump camp's initial ploy has been in place for weeks, with the assistance of Republican governors in the states such as Florida and Texas, and it's to limit the potential turnout for Biden. Florida has unrivaled a 2018 agreement that felons can vote, and some other states from the register. Some states have even restricted drop boxes in Houston's Harris County in Texas. There is only one for 4.7 million people. The US Postal Service under Trump and megadonor Louis DeJoy has removed boxes and sorting machines. And these steps have been backed by aggressive legal action to stop any counting of ballots that are not received by Election Day, even if they are postmarked before the 3rd of November. So number 2, declare himself the winner early on in election night. As the results come in from 6 p.m. Eastern Time on the 3rd of November, Trump will hope that the early returns, largely from in-person voting rather from mail-in ballots, will put him ahead of Biden in the swing states. And even though the tally will be far from complete, Trump could declare himself the winner. So, number 3, we've seen this already from him. Falsely assert that mail-in voters are fraudulent. Trump has prepared the ground for this already for months by proclaiming falsely that mail-in voting is fraudulent. He will emphasize this on election night. If this does not halt the counts, it will sow confusion and muddy the waters over the actual size of Biden's lead. And number 4, go to the courts and utilize Amy Coney Barrett, who is the new Supreme Court Justice that Trump has literally forced through the courts. And it's not surprising that he will probably use that to his advantage, now that there is now a definite Conservative majority on the Supreme Court, as well as many other things that lots of people take for granted. That's definitely a big worry for Americans. So teams of Trump lawyers will file cases in state courts to literally toss out mail-in ballots. The action will defer any confirmation of Biden's victory for weeks. So the Trump camp will place its bet on the Supreme Court tilted towards the Conservatives by Trump's 3 appointees since 2017 ruling in its favour. So how do we know this? From Trump himself on the 22nd of September, he explained why any unprecedented rush to confirm Supreme Court Amy Coney Barrett must be completed before Election Day. We need 9 justices. We need that. With the unsolicited millions of ballots that they're sending, you're just going to need 9 justices. So how do you actually stop this? Well, Biden has to win outright. There has to be an outright victory for him. Otherwise, there ain't no way to stop Trump and the Republicans from pulling these shenanigans. There's essentially no way. Other than that, it's going to be absolute chaos on the night. And like I say, he has to win a decisive victory in these battleground states, or else it ain't going to happen. So there's these other paths, the reverse Trump path to victory, that Biden has to lock down Pennsylvania, wins Florida, North Carolina, Iowa or Ohio, and is the first Democrat to actually triumph in Arizona since 1996 and Georgia since 1992. So there's insane amounts of numbers there that he has to win, and this is literally, it's not looking like it's going to go Trump's way, but as you can see just from those 4 points, there is a lot of potential stuff for shenanigans for him to pull, and hopefully Biden does win in a landslide, because that will essentially be it, done and dusted, and we can put, well, he won't be gone completely, annoyingly enough, but that's the way you have to deal with it, unfortunately. But hopefully we can get rid of him, and at least normal, shall we say, normal service in America, at least in normal American public life, will be somewhat restored. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please do have a look down below to my Patreon links and a one-off donation link, should you like to support the channel in that way. And of course, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.